I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away. All we really have is time. All we really have is time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you.
We're just having a tea break, aren't we, Claire? What's happening now? Look at the blue skies behind Claire.
I know. But would you believe it's raining?
Do you see the sun on my face?
Standing here, like,
Look at that. Beautiful. Sunny day.
Seeking you will find.
Bit of rain falling here. And some gorgeous blue skies there. Above the house.
There's nothing in you that's fading.
Typical Irish weather. Just enough to get everything soaked, huh?
All you ever do is shine.
What's next, Claire? What's the plan?
I'm going through all of this here and I'm taking out the logs. There's some spiky pieces here. Actually, that could be mulched. That can all be mulched.
Yes, please, Claire.
It's broken up.
They're a disaster to try and fit into this.
And
I only want the big ones.
I'll work my way back
You work your magic, baby.
this way and then I'll get the mulcher out. And
Right, so that's not a bad start. The big pile for Ash to cut. We do have a pile of gravel there. That's our kind of flat piece, a raised yard. We have a load of galvanized galvanized roof strips there, which are we have to put in the solar panel. Oh my god, Claire. So we're very keen just to clear this out. We'd be happy with that if we get this done.
scrape it.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times, to better times,
Really going that route.
Hang on.
to better times, to better times,
Scrape it all up and put it into my tractor trailer.
better times,
Scoot it off.
better times.
Yeah.
Wheel somewhere. Come in here and just pull this all out.
Yeah.
You might need to put on a different.
Remember I was laughing
Yeah. I need to figure out how to do that.
in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book.
I think this is just
'Cause it's
the upper
way
body
it
workout I
goes,
needed
and
for the new
I will
year, Claire.
never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go.
So Claire, what's the update?
I reach down far, calling out your name. Always I'm searching for a long lost piece of heart. I sought and found you, like a fire in the deepest parts. I will hold on to you, no matter what comes. I will hold on to you, no matter what comes. No night can last forever, no storm will tear us apart.
Strung up all the gangsters.
Blinded by the rain, so tired of climbing.
Yeah, so you can see where I started digging, where those big
Heavy with the
whatever
blame.
they are.
I heard a voice speaking out my name.
Well, it was a cold one last night. It's a beautiful day. It's about 10 o'clock. I was trying to let things, oh man, how am I going to put that on? I was trying to let things defrost before I got to work. Gonna do a little bit more chainsawing today. I was editing yesterday. It's actually going to snow tomorrow, so this may be the last day for a couple. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of the chainsawing. Ashton has started to split the wood, which is brilliant, very handy. I am going to get in there. There's 3 more sycamore trees. I'm going to try and take them down, put some more of the big blocks here ready to be split. Claire has a couple of these long ones I'm going to try and cut. It's just so cold. And we're going to see. We're going to see how we get on. It's cold. I might take the chainsaw and try and warm it up a little bit. Anyway, gorgeous day for it. It's too cold. I went back inside. It's a couple of hours later and there's still a lot of frost on everything, but I'm gonna get in there, do some chopping.
Tapping with my finger on the window. You keep you be a rock if I'm a twister? Or a bed for her to be in while you kiss her? I know it's not just ordinary people who would sympathize. I know it's not just ordinary minds.
Morning, folks. It's a freezing start out here. I was chainsawing and I did a fairly decent job, but I hit the ground a few times and blunted the blade. I got all the sycamore done from here to about there. I haven't started on that big spruce tree because the blade went dull. So I decided to get a few chopped. We did that. There's loads more to go. And I got out the digger and we looked at what we could do with this place. Started to scrape back, found an old stone wall there which has slowed us down, pine tree hanging in there. We kind of cleaned up this space right here now. Right now I think I am going to try and sharpen that chainsaw and continue with those pines, but we shall just see how it goes. To the barn. All of that was one whole tank petrol. Gotta go reload and resharp it. This tree is a beast. I'm not having the best luck, folks. I had to change the blade. The other one wasn't blunt, but it was just taking so long cutting through the big spruce. So I put a brand new blade on. They're cheap Chinese blades. So I don't know how long it'll last, but it cuts through it really well. You might have seen on the video before it ran out of power. But then I was just starting it and it broke. The chainsaw broke. There's this little piece here which connects to that, and when you pull the pull cord it spins the motor. But anyway, that's broken. So that's completely defunct. I can't start it now. So what I'm going to do temporarily is try to put a bend on this piece of spring. Hopefully that'll allow me to start the motor. I don't know. Let's give it a go. Going awfully. This is just so hard, it can't be bent and keeps breaking bits off. I just can't get that bent enough. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a good chainsaw. It's from Lidl. I have 3 blades, a 16, 18 and 20 that just fit it, so I don't want to go and buy a new chainsaw. I don't know if Lidl have any. I might check. Anyway, I'll have a think and get back to you. Well, clearly the sun is gone, and Still can't get the chainsaw working. I managed to get a spare starter spring off this old chainsaw in there, but it's not working. It's not working, so I don't know what's up. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. If I can't, oh, I might write off today. Disaster. See you later. Could not get the chainsaw working at all, so I had to upgrade. This cost way more than I was happy to spend, but I think it's going to do a good job. I think it's going to fly through the rest of the work. It's about the best you could buy for my purposes, and I don't know, maybe I sell it when I'm done. I really like the little one, but I checked all the littles. They didn't actually have any chainsaws in there. But I have to return that because it's broken, and I shall, I think, get a replacement, or when they come back in, I'll pick up a new one. But anyway, I had to finish yesterday because of the snow. This morning, the roads were very icy. I had to take Kira to work, and I had to rescue a car. I might show some photographs of this, who got stuck going up the snowy hill. So that was good fun. And now I'm back. The weather is looking fairly decent. I've only got probably about 3 or 4 hours, realistically 3 hours. I'm going to try and put a dent into the lumber, and I'm going to try out this, see how we get on. Hopefully it'll be alright.
Blue dew, blue moon, kind of mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue too. Bad mood. Sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your couch song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue too. Blue moon. Been one or two since I ran into you. Do you need a picture? Well, I get so. It's hard to take one when your iPhone's full. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not blue.
Good morning, guys. It's a pretty sunny day. It's pretty cold. We had some of the worst frost. There was no, really, seriously. There was no ice or snow last night, just frost. Got down to -7, -5 this morning when I was dropping my daughter to work. Anyway, I've got one more day left working on this chainsaw before I edit tomorrow. These were a disaster to cut, but my new chainsaw flew through them. 100% happy with the steel. I think this recommendation from Wild Homestead in America, and I'm pretty happy with it. I am running out of space to move these, so I'm just leaving them there. I just wanted them cut so we could get the branches underneath. Today I have to finish off these 3 big blocks, these smaller blocks, and maybe a few of these I'm gonna slice up a little bit. I am going back editing tomorrow, so Claire needs to be able to move these around, so hopefully she'll be okay with that. And I think what Claire's also gonna do, maybe tomorrow, not today, is the ivy has collapsed her roof there. She's going to take the ivy off. I'm possibly just going to reinforce this. We throw another few pieces of sheeting on top, and that'll become another wood store, because I think the other one's going to be full. And we're going to put wood in there. There's also underneath, I don't know if we see, where these concrete blocks are, we're going to move them and continue the wood store out. So there's a lot to do. And then next week, Actually, next week, the next video, I'm going to repair the roof. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm also going to finish off the roof on our other wood store up there. So this week, finish off those blocks, clear this area. Next week, fix that roof store, move these, get some wood chopped away, fix the pump house roof up there. And the week after, we're going to tackle this whole space. There's not a huge tree there. There's all these that need to be sliced. And all of these here and those need to be chopped at some point. My son is starting chopping them. He's doing a very good job. But yeah, there's a lot of work. A lot of work still. Anyway, there's no point rambling. It's about 12 o'clock now. It was just too cold earlier to work. So I am going to put a solid 4 or 5 hours, and when the sun sets, we'll call it a day.
Look at you! Sitting in the tree. Aren't you? Good girl. Hello, we're back in our yellow outfits. We've done mega things over the last week, maybe a few days.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, and it just
During
shows,
Ireland's coldest snap.
but that was actually the best time to do it because you don't sweat and it's dry. So, and we didn't really get any snow. Well, we didn't get any snow. So, I have to say, I think it was the best time to do it. And Rob was worried he'd get lost in the woods, so he wore his yellow jacket, and I wanted to blend in with the woods and the mushrooms, so I wore mine. But I think we did an amazing job. Look at Rob's pile of, I don't know if you can see them, pile of wooden plates.
They're big coasters.
Coasters, yeah. The little hut is here, and the roof is about to collapse on this. But we've managed
That's next week's job.
That's next week's job, yeah. But it's just amazing how much you can get done. You just get going with it. And with a new chainsaw. Did you
Yeah, it was... Sorry guys, I'm pretty feckin' tired. The old Parkside chainsaw, I love the Parkside chainsaw. It's a brilliant piece of kit, but it just wasn't up to this. The chain kept going basically, and I had an 18-inch chain that went. I used a 16-inch bar, and then the ball bearings went on the 16-inch bar, so I went to my 20-inch bar, blunted one chain, put on a brand new chain on the 20-inch bar, and the ball bearings went on that bar as well. So all my bars were gone, but I was able to go back to a spare I had, and I was trying to pull the handle to start it, and the handle went. So although I do love it, it's not up to this sort of work. So I had to bite the bullet and buy a proper saw, a steel, and it is amazing. Like, the difference is just fantastic. Like, I didn't have to sharpen the blade, the chain. I normally have to do that every time I fill up. I only had to do that every like 4 or 5 times, but I didn't have to fill up that often. I didn't need to fill with oil. Like, it's just so well made. It's fantastic. The difference is just like, you almost had to push the last one through the saws, and this almost pulled itself through it. So I'm very, very happy with it. It costs a lot of money though, but
I think it was a really good investment. Possibly something we didn't quite want to do now, but I think it was needed. The rate that you just looking at the cat rolling around in the sawdust. The rate that it went through this, I don't think you would have done that with any other saw.
no.
So, you know, and so you kind of had a bit of a system going, because you were chopping, or sorry, you were sawing the rounds, Ash was chopping, and I was getting rid of all of the brush and kind of just taking the larger pieces and taking the brush pieces off with my bill hook, which actually is really good as well.
Yeah,
It's
there's
super
an Irish name
handy.
for that, I
Yeah,
can't remember.
I'll show it there. Where is it?
It's a tool for doing the hedge laying. I think I've shown it in a few previous videos.
Everybody should have one.
Everybody should have one. It's kind of like an Irish machete for hedges, perhaps, might be good.
Yeah. Here.
It's great with the hook at the top. It just takes straight down where you need it, and it has this really good like piece of steel at the bottom for pummeling. So you hit the hedges down to get it into place, and it nicely protects you. It's fantastic. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it is. So worth having one of those.
So I'm exhausted. It's been one hell of a week in the cold, and this morning I think I might include it. It was -5 dropping Kira over. So super cold this morning, but no real snow.
No.
Whereas a few days ago there was snow, but it wasn't as cold as -5 or
But
-6
not actually snow much here. It was more on the mountains.
on the mountain. Yeah,
You know.
brilliant start to the year to get outside, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's great.
Yeah.
And just to see the progress. I know at the moment it still looks like very much of a mess, but it's a sort of an organised mess.
We have a big pile of wood there. We have a mulch pile there. We have a pile to be, I don't know what's going on with that. That needs to be processed or
That has to
something.
be processed into long pieces.
We have some big chunks of the spruce. Most of the spruce have been pulled out of here and stacked there, over here, so that Claire can work on the branches tomorrow. And we had a goal to finish off down to the hut by down here by the end of the week, and probably won't get there, but it looks a million times better. We're very happy with it. So we have the roofs to do next week, and then the week after we're going to tackle this side, which is a big mess. We also have a bunch of metal here that we need to take out and take to the metal man, because that's going to help
fill up
fund.
the trailer and see if we can get some.
It's going to help
money.
fund the next thing we're working on after all this landscaping, but we got to get to it first.
Buried.
Yeah, it was all fun and games when we were at the house and we didn't mind and the trees were falling down,
And we were watching them.
but now we have to
Tidy up.
get underneath the trees, and tricky.
Thanks for everything. Thanks for the subscribers, the new subscribers on
great to
both
have you here.
channels, and also the all the comments and
Patreon,
donations and
the
Patreons
members,
and members
Super
and
thanks.
super thanks. Thanks for everything, because it does mean such a lot to us. And if you're not subscribed, do subscribe, because then it'll just alert you when the next one comes out. So
And if you
all
want
makes
to,
sense.
if you want to pick up one of our postcards, there's a link to the Ko-fi store, and you can grab something there if you like.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week. Slán go fóill.
You're Míle Maith. I give up, Claire. We just get gas heating for the house.
Too late for that now.